chaos.
Rob goes on vacation.
Better job already.
Incredible show.
Incredible show, baby. Incredible show.
Nardwuan here.
Damn, I hate G and stuff.
Hey, here we go. Live from the Sportier Gauge. Sportier, the official sponsor of the FPF podcast. Go online to get yourself your soccer jerseys, football uniforms, or other uniforms like basketball. Sportier, your official sponsor. All right, so let's dive into it. We'll get to the awards at the end of the show to make sure we don't have our awards mixed up here. But let's dive into it.
There's some shockers here, aren't there?
There are some shockers. Let's go to the incredible tag team of Terry and Matt Kirak here.
Terry and Matt Kirak.
Let's go to the playoff matchups. We'll go Division A. We have Rainmakers and Monstars. They split the season series 1-1 in 2 games. Both teams scored a combined total of 187 points. Does this game have a feel, Vince, of first to 45 points and they win?
It would, but if you look at the history of playoffs, the points dramatically drop. Like if you look at last year's playoffs, for instance, and they make sure to score, they make sure to drain the time. The game kind of changes when the playoffs roll around.
So you're telling me that the Rainmakers and the Monstars in their Week 6 matchup didn't look to score? They had 15 touchdowns in the game.
100%. They'd look to score back in Week 6, but now if you lose, you don't move on.
Now. Yeah,
I think so. I agree. Honestly, the defenses always step up in the playoffs, and you won't see 53 to 51 game.
So,
you won't see that at all.
Our Monstars now playing with house money at this point because, look, they gave AB another tough run on Monday, the last game of the year. They played every top-tier team very tough.
They're burnt out, man. Burnt out.
They're gassed out.
I think 100%. I think it's done. It's
well, don't get your pick yet.
Well, I won't get my picks yet, but I see you see how they've degressed throughout the season, and they've had big games and high intensity games, and I think that they're going that little bit downhill now. And
well, I mean, their season's literally been like a pyramid. They started 0-3, and then they win 3 in a row with a tie. They end up 3-3-1, and now they end up finishing, I think, 3-7 or 3-6-1.
3-6-1.
3-6-1. So their season has been a low, a peak, and another low. So now they're due for another high. They're going to peak in the playoffs.
You expect, right? So the sack numbers are down for Ryan Castro. He only gave up 6 this past season here. But has Ryan Castro, Vince, developed that rapport needed with the Pilon brothers? Because it seems like he's still hit or miss with these 2 dangerous pass catchers.
He hasn't, because you saw it again in the matchup this week against Finest, where he tried to squeeze the ball to Pilon in the back of the end zone, and then Garrett picks it off. So obviously he still doesn't have that chemistry with either Pilons, although their stats kind of show that they had decent seasons. They're both around 350 yards, 10 touchdowns, 8 touchdowns. So they had decent seasons, but they're the guys who should be at the top of the league in terms of receiving. So I don't think they're there yet.
I don't think they're there yet. Do you think it's a chemistry thing? I just think that it's just he doesn't know how to throw to.
I think it's a style thing. I don't think their styles go together at all.
He's too fast for their offense. They're too fast.
Can you slow it down a couple of gears so I can get you the ball?
Like run like a 4-5. Not a 4-2.
Because if you look at the guys who are having success with the Rainmakers, you look at Bobby. He's not a fast receiver. He's the
lumbering guys.
Chidiat. They're guys that very simple routes, slants, ins, hooks, straight throughs, hook and goes. Very simple zone, and that's how they score. That's how the Rainmakers have always made their money.
As good as the Pilons are, I think they run their posts like bananas.
Yeah, because Rajdi used to throw bananas too.
So,
and then eat it.
On the flip side of things, you mentioned Terry, you mentioned the fact that they may be gassed out, the Monstars. So should Rod Mastrip only focus on offense because he plays both ways, and we see him tire out towards the end of the second half?
I have a question for you. So if Rod comes off on defense, who do you put on there to play at that safety?
Well, you have Kwesi, you have Jadaridi.
No, they're already on defense.
I know, but I'm saying that you can find parts on that offense or on that team to say, okay, let's put that guy in that position, because it seems like he tires out, though, in second halves.
I don't disagree with you. I just think that they have no other option. If that's the case, Rod shouldn't play safety. Rod has a really big ego, and he wants to play safety.
100%.
And he wants to be on the field at all times. He does it in B, he does it in A, he does it in whatever team he plays for. He always plays 2 ways, and he's capable of doing it. Is he burning out again in the Division A finally this year? Yes. But they don't have another option, so he's their best option. So I don't see an alternative.
Your thoughts?
Well, you say it seems like they're slowing down in the second half, but they're not. Because if you look at their stats during the season, they scored 173 points in the first half and 171 in the second half. So they're an extra point away from
slowing down. They're 2 points off that pace.
They're an extra point away from being kif, from being dead par first half and second half. So I wouldn't say they're slowing down in the second half.
But what about him defensively? Because their defense isn't playing well at all, and it's on the weight of Rod Mastrip, who calls the defense.
They're the worst defense in Division A statistically speaking. In history?
Yeah, in history. I think that's a legend.
In terms of points against.
I think that's a legend.
No, legends don't have a team.
Yeah,
Legends
that's
is
not
like
even a
Fred's lights.
it's like a scrimmage. Exactly, it's like a scrimmage.
More dangerous threat this weekend. Fred Vien, who had 441 yards receiving, or Bobby Michaelberg at 474. Who could be that dangerous guy this weekend?
I'm gonna say Bobby Michaelberg. I think that Ryan Castner is gonna use him as a security blanket, as he usually does. And Bobby Michaelberg is sure-handed, like we said before, good routes. You gotta love the way he plays, and him and Ryan have a really good
It's
relationship.
a real Mel Kiper analysis that you just gave to Michael. Short hands, great route runner, smart
Dot,
football,
dot, dot.
smart football IQ.
I'm gonna go with neither of those guys.
Good
I'm gonna go
family
with
man.
Isaiah Allard.
Oh, Isaiah Allard, who had a
Yeah,
great game
100%.
against ABE. Yeah. Reasons why Allard would be that guy.
I just think that he's more versatile. I think he has better size, better. He's more athletic. He runs a better. Speaking of route tree, he runs a much better route tree than Bobby and or Fred Vien.
Oh, wow.
Although
that's a
Fred
big
Vien is a very
statement.
athletic guy,
Yeah,
I think Isaiah is not talked about enough, and he's a great player on this team.
He's very good. I agree with everything you just said. He has no chemistry with Rod. Like
Did
zero.
you see his stats?
It doesn't matter. Imagine if he had chemistry with Rod. They just, for some reason, I don't see it
Imagine?
clicking.
I'm pretty
He
sure he's around 500
he overthrows
yards.
him sometimes. He underthrows. Yeah, I know. Imagine, but if they had chemistry. But watch the game.
He can only throw so many balls.
bro, watch the game.
I've seen the game.
All right, so Rainmakers, if they
I
lose
disagree.
this game,
Back.
how will we view this season and the direction of this team, given that on paper, Matt Kirak, Vince, and I said this was probably their best roster that they've had in years?
Win or lose, I think it's the end of the Rainmakers.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah, I think it's the end of the Rainmakers.
Dropping bombs. Drop the
I
mic,
don't
walk
think
away. Walk away.
doesn't mean that Ryan's not going to play anymore.
456, 13 touchdowns. So if they had chemistry, what would the
man.
stats look like?
He would.
Like
he would,
Theo
he
and
would've-
Marco?
He would be nominated for receiver of the
Theo
year.
and Marco
Yeah,
style.
yeah.
So,
Okay, so I'm saying
So
not that
is
Ryan
he a game
Castner
cha-
and
so is
Bobby.
he a
won't-
game changer? Yes or no?
No, not this game.
maybe
Not
next
this game.
game.
Maybe next game.
Maybe the
Maybe
next
next
one. Okay.
But I'll give my picks later.
Sorry,
but
sorry,
okay,
go
so like I was saying, Ryan
Yeah.
Castner. Not that he won't be playing anymore. I just think that the body of the Rainmakers is kaput, and they're gonna rethink the rinks and rebuild.
I kind of agree with you because what I wrote on paper is honestly speaking, if they were to lose this week, first round of the playoffs against the Monsters, the last seed making into the playoff,
Yeah.
I think it's time to gut the entire house. I'm not talking about remodeling with the pilons with a nice couch, nice TV. I'm talking about you gotta gut the house, the whole frame, everything's gotta go. You're done. It's obviously not working.
Got the kitchen, baby.
Kings,
Rip
no
out the
regard.
New kitchen, new toilet, new bath, like everything.
Got to get those
gut the whole
nice
thing.
cabinets. Maybe go to
New
Sweden,
lights,
scout a few players.
New lights,
IKEA.
new wiring, new
Home Garden TV will be coming
AC
by.
system, new heating, new everything.
You know anyone good to do your landscaping?
Yeah, I know a guy.
I saw a guy in a parking lot at Walmart one time.
Yeah. Kings, no regard. Division B action here. Kings won 32-20, pardon me, over the no regard team. Matt Renee, 5 TDs and 218 yards passing. Mario Peretra, 3 TDs, 3 INTs, 122 yards passing. Kings are on a 3-game winning streak. Do they have the tangibles, guys, in your mind to make a deep playoff run? Or are they too inconsistent in your opinion?
I wouldn't say they're inconsistent.
I don't say they're
7 and 3 is
inconsistent.
not inconsistent.
But against
3 wins in a row
against
isn't
against the
inconsistent.
better teams, though, they didn't
okay,
play their
hold up.
best.
Against the team, they lost to Star City. They
STL.
lost to STL. Okay, so right there you have 2 losses to the top 2 teams in your division. I wouldn't call them inconsistent
Who's
because
their other loss to?
they lost to the Glads.
Glads.
Yeah.
So those are your 3 losses. I understand the Glads is not the kind of team you want to lose again, but those 3 teams are in the playoffs.
But
They
certain
also beat
teams
NR.
play. Yeah, certain teams play them very close though, and teams that they should have blown out.
That's okay because Matt Renee has been very consistent this entire season. He averages probably around 5.5 touchdowns per game. He gives his team a chance to win every single time.
Every single game.
So if his defense steps up and plays the way they should, I think the Kings have no problem beating no regard again here.
And they shouldn't have a problem with the defense that they have.
Exactly.
Mario Peretra, 5 INTs in the last 3 games. Do you trust him at this juncture of the season?
No, I don't trust him against this Kings offense. I mean, his Kings defense. Sorry, I just think that as good as he is, I'm a big fan of Peretra. Don't get me wrong. I just don't think that he has it. Ryan's gonna throw him off. I mean, he won't know what to do. He's gonna try and force it to Jeremy, try and force it to KD. I just don't think that's gonna happen this week at all. Not this week. I don't trust
Vince?
him.
I agree and disagree with you because Mario's got a cannon of an arm.
Great
So
arm.
he's not ever forcing anything. He's just making tight throws, if anything. Although his reads sometimes are a little bit slow, and that's what creates the chance for the defense to jump a ball. That's often the case. His receiver will be open, and then he's just late making the read, and then he tries to overcompensate with his cannon of an arm, like I said, and then sometimes it's just a touch too late. But if he's able to just show up and be focused and make those reads to make them quick, or either eat up the field, make the defense respect you short, and then make your reads easier going forward. Maybe that's the strategy.
He waits for those windows to close.
He attacks windows too early in
That's
the game.
it, yeah.
Things that are not yet available to you because you haven't made them respect you in certain aspects of the game. He's attacking things that he wants to be open, but
Yeah.
he hasn't created that opening yet.
Yeah.
So in this matchup, we talk about pass rushing. Hugo Lalonde had a fantastic year for no regard. I believe, 17, 18 sacks?
Leads Division 2.
Right, and then you have Ryan Aridi, who has been a consummate sack master throughout his
Except
career.
he's got 3 this season.
Only a meager 3. So who was the bigger X factor in this matchup?
I don't think
I'm gonna say Ryan.
I swear. I knew you would, too.
I'm saying Ryan. It's not because I
X
know the
factor,
guy.
not wearing number X.
Okay, it's true.
right.
I'm gonna go with Ryan, man. I think that he just has that edge over Hugo. Rene doesn't get sacked either.
He's very quick release with his
Exactly.
throws.
So
He goes very shifty.
that's what you have to look at, as opposed to because he can have padded stats. I mean, he sacked Alex Lever 5 times in a game.
Those are not his stats are not padded because he had 17 sacks week 7. He had 0 week 8, 0 week 9, or 0 week 10.
No, I'm saying that he's had high intervals.
No, but it was always 3, 2, 2.
They
he's
come in
always
droves.
2. It was
Okay,
2
okay.
per game.
Yeah.
It was always 2 per game.
He's great. He's great. But I just think that Ryan, it doesn't have to be the sack number, right? It can be gets rid of the ball so fast.
And is it Jeremy Anderson, who had 33 catches, 400 yards, receiving 12 TDs, or Jad Aridi, 39 catches, 9 TDs, and 386 yards?
It's a slow season for Jeff.
It is.
Well, that's like half a season's worth of
It's true.
work.
He missed like 3 games, I think.
Yeah, and he had like 80 catches last year.
It's tough because Jeremy is like sneaky good.
A rumor.
Yeah, but that's not
I
his
have a-
first look.
I have
That's,
a
that's
rumor
the
for you
thing.
guys.
That's exactly.
Those are really good stats for a guy who's
You want to hear the rumor?
What's the rumor?
Rumor is Jeremy Anderson was working out legs on Wednesday.
Oh, that's not good. I mean, it's Friday you're sore.
I saw.
Friday you're
I
sore.
witnessed.
You saw him
And
doing legs on
We
Wednesday.
go to the same gym.
Friday you're really sore, and then after it's gonna take 2 days to fully recover.
Okay, wait. He
Jeremy
did it
doesn't
on, he did
warm
it
up
on
either.
Wednesday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Friday you're always sore.
He was doing
That's
the
always
lunges
2 days
after.
after, and then I mean Saturday and Sunday. Oh, it's gonna be brutal.
Vince,
if he
you're-
works,
You guys want to hear a rumor?
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
if you actually work out
One
your
of the
legs, you
media
don't get
members
sore
who will
anymore.
remain unnamed watches FPF members work out in the gym.
We were in the same area. Carry on, Vince.
I was just saying, if you actually work out
sets up his hidden
more
calves.
than once a week, your legs, you just don't get sore anymore. So, I don't know if Jeremy does his legs more than once
I
a
don't
week.
know.
You gotta do full body.
But anyway,
Well, you do.
You gotta do full body all the
Get in the
time.
gym
You
more
don't,
than
you
twice
don't
a week.
isolate a muscle.
you work on muscles, man.
And Jeremy doesn't warm up, so I mean, if he's not warming up,
That's a game changer,
Yeah,
though.
big
The
time.
warm
You
up,
gotta
the
warm
stretching before leg day
Especially-
is key. Very key.
so your
it's
thoughts
also
right
key
now.
when you're sore as hell and you're about to play a flag football game. You don't want to get your first
Yeah,
route.
get in the pool, you do a little bit swimming, you get loosened up, you do a little bit of stretching, you're good.
I guess.
Ice bath,
Will he be a bigger threat, or will it be?
No, I'm gonna
Jed?
give it to Jab because of the yak yards. He's a monster with the yaks.
He does get a lot of yak.
A
Yeah,
lot
I
of his
agree.
balls are caught in the flats, and he's still got 386 yards.
That's it. He takes out the sideline. Nobody's business.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Those massive
those
quads.
hips.
Talk about somebody who does legs.
That's
Yeah.
a lot.
Jad does a lot of legs.
No regard.
Only legs.
Yeah. No regards produced 7 INTs as a team
He has
this
4
year.
legs.
That's not very good.
Can they get that one turnover needed to win this football game? 7 INTs as a team, and they have some guys that can pick out the ball. The Moses boys, whether it's Darius Goblowski or Jeremy Anderson.
3 guys share those
Yeah,
picks
I
as
think
well.
it's in direct. It's like in parallel to the rushing of Hugo Lalonde. You play a quarterback that would rather give up a sack than throw a pick. That's what happens. Your rusher gets a bunch of sacks, and the defense gets no picks.
That's true. And you have a guy who doesn't like to throw picks. And
Exactly.
Rene, he's only thrown 8 this
So there
year.
you go. So
I guess you're right.
I was right with the rusher, and I'm right with the defense.
Incredibles, Fun Boys. This is your segment, boys. Okay, well, first and foremost, Fun Boys get into the playoffs to beat Laval's finest.
Liam's garbage.
You guys beat them 33-27
Sucks.
way back in week 1. Terry Tam had 2 catches, 19 yards. Liam Mahoney 4 catches for 1 TD.
Well, that was the
Now-
stat line.
Yeah,
2 catches.
I was
19.
covering him the entire game.
Now
I caught
the-
2 balls.
You caught 2
Yeah,
balls.
you
for
did.
19
Oh,
yards.
that game. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so the big
Thanks,
question
Greg.
is, though, guys, can Fun Boys field a team
They
for
won't.
this Sunday?
I know that for a fact they won't. The Liam's gone, and Fred. I think it's Fred.
Sean.
It's Sean. Sean and Derek told him before the season started that they weren't going to be able to make this date if ever they were going to have to play on this date.
Yeah.
So they're 5. So if anything, they're going to play 6 against 5.
But why not? If you know that, why not request to play on?
But
Oh, we
We
wouldn't be
can't
able to.
because the
Tuesday.
schedule
They have a
doesn't
choice.
permit it. Okay, so, guys, how do you approach this game then if it's going to be 6 on 5?
Well, hopefully they do come so we can at least play 6 on 5 and use up that hour.
That's
practice.
it. Yeah. Well, it's gonna be Actually, it's my first game of 3.
And or Liam
So-
cancels his plans and shows up.
Well,
and
he's
6-on-6.
I believe he's
He's going to Cape
stateside.
Yeah,
for
I know
this
he's
weekend.
stateside. Well, you never know.
Well,
Something
you
can
can
happen.
go to Cape Cod anytime. When do you have a chance to play
Oh,
against
come on.
me?
You would too. You would too.
No, I wouldn't.
I would.
No,
I
you know
would.
why?
I
It's because
would.
I've scheduled
I would.
everything around FPF. Road trips, my wedding, everything.
Wedding.
Yeah. Yeah.
My wedding is on Super Bowl
My
weekend.
fights
Vanessa
with the
thinks
wife.
my fiance thinks it's because of the Super Bowl. It's because there's no FPF games. I hope she's not watching.
There you
I'm done. I'm going home. Walking home tonight, boys.
No, new locks
Mo, I
on the
might need a
door.
lift.
New locks on the door.
I might need a lift, Mo.
All right, but
Yo, what's the story of this game?
the
Well,
fact
there is
that
no story.
Fun Boys may not have a roster that's full.
Hopefully they're just screwing around and they're going to show up with 6 guys.
hopefully they're playing
I hope so.
6 guys. This is why you feel. This is why you get 8 or 9 guys on your
So-
roster instead of 7.
We don't have
Okay,
eight or
let's
nine
say the
ready to
scenario.
go.
Let's say the scenario plays out. They don't
Oh, yeah, we got
have
that guy who what's his name?
Kyle Tanzer.
That dancer.
a good player.
Yeah,
Also
good
goes to the same gym as Jeremy Anderson or not.
Oh, he does leg
Yeah.
days.
You have a
he
video-
leg days with Jeremy?
You have a personal video of him.
Don't
as
have
well,
that.
or what?
Okay, moving on.
But quickly here, guys, if they don't have that team and you guys win 30-0, does this hurt Greg Stern because he needs those reps to continue with him being in sync with
yes,
you guys?
Yes, that's the point. We want to play this game because we want to. Even if we were to lose against their 5 guys or their 6
Yeah.
guys, we still need to rep these reps that we obviously need as a team.
Okay, Preds Glads.
Right, Mr. Incredible?
I agree 100%.
Incredible analysis. All right, Preds Glads. Preds won last week.
Mr. Incredible.
So they won last week. They get the coin toss here. Is this game on the arm of Alex Lever or James Floriani improvising like he does with his arm and legs?
I'm gonna go James Floriani, and it has to be his game. If Alex Lever, I don't see the receiving core bailing him out against a tough Preds defense and an explosive Predators offense because they're gonna have to go score for score, and I don't see him happening. I don't see it happening at all.
Well, the Preds didn't have their best game. Sorry, the Glads didn't have their best game against the Preds this week. I think this is going to be a really close game. Honestly, I don't know where to lean towards on either side. James Floriani is standing on his head and having an outstanding game and making every throw against this team who's going to force you to have that kind of game to beat them, the Glads, because they're going to go punch for punch no matter what. They're going to frustrate you because you're going to feel like you should be finding more success against a team that's lining up in front of you, but you're not. So they force you to play a game that you don't really want to play. You wish you were ahead against these guys all the time, but it's never the scenario.
Never.
So it's really never the game you expect it to be when the Glads show up to play.
The Glads aren't fun to play against.
They're not. They're not.
We experienced it this year. It was close. It
It's
shouldn't have
true.
been close.
It's true, we did.
But it was close.
There are a bunch of Tim Duncans out there. Fundamentally
That's a good way to put
good.
it.
Alex Lever, should he exploit Luca Pichette of the Predators defense if Frank LeBeau's
Why
line
would-
up on him?
Why would you line up Luca against Frank LeBeau?
Well, Luca plays on the right side of the defense, Frank LeBeau on the left side of the offense. That could be the matchup for pretty much the entire game.
So you're telling me that the Preds are going to line up Luca against pretty much the only offensive weapon that
We
they
might have
give
safety
us?
help, though.
I guess.
You
James,
could, yeah.
Jacob.
So is that the matchup? Regardless if Frank is lined
Yeah,
up or
probably.
not, but should they look at Luca Pichette as being that guy they're going to exploit in this matchup?
No, because that's not the way the Glads work. The Glads work with they just run their plays and
Yeah, they
the
do what
first
they
guys.
do.
That's their first guy's open. They're going to throw the ball. And they're not. Alex Lever isn't the type of guy to kind of try and pick on somebody. Even though I think he tried to pick on me when we played. Maybe. But I just think that it's not his type. You know, it's not his
No,
type of.
they
It's
show
not their
up-
type. It's not their
They
style.
show up, they have 5 plays that work, and they run their 5 plays,
That's
and they
it.
play defense the way they play defense.
Right.
And they don't care who's in front of them.
All right, you look at the Preds. Could pass rushing be the difference because they only have 5 team sacks during the regular season? Alex Lever was only sacked 3 times. Could this be the difference in why they win or lose this matchup?
So it goes to what Vince said earlier. They've had 5 sacks all year, but they've also had 14 picks all year. So it's either they're playing against quarterbacks that just don't like to give up sacks and just toss it up, and they have the guys to pick the ball off, and it's James and Jacob and whoever else is playing safety there. I mean, they have the talent to pick the ball off. I don't see the sack being the stat line. I think it's more that Alex Lever not being able to make his throws and a lot of incompletions. on Alex.
Vince, your thoughts?
Exactly that. I was going to say the exact same thing. You just took the words out of my mouth.
I did.
All right, Vince.
It's incredible.
You guys are an incredible tag team. Well done.
Incredible.
Well done. Glads, do they have the horses to keep up with Jacob Burnett, who has had 6 games of 50-plus yards receiving this season?
I don't think they have the guy to line up mano-a-mano, but I think they can. If they were to play zones around Jacob and try to box him, then they could try. But I
don't
would
know
not
if he's
play
doing
man
over there.
against them. I would not play man against them.
No, over 100 yards
In the first
For
half
Jacob?
or
Yeah,
for the game?
Yeah.
for the game for
Okay.
Jacob over 100 yards.
Quan lightweight. Both losers as they tie 32-32.
Can't stand
the
both these
Grenadier, 5 TD passes, 1 INT. Holloway had
Hate
5
them
TD
both.
passes. When you think about that tie for lightweight, that put them in the playoffs.
It's true.
It's terrible. I can't stand. Oh my god.
Who you can't stand?
Lightweight.
The first question
It's
is,
garbage team, man. What the hell are they doing in the playoffs?
can Simon Dagenet truck Ryan Perry again in Dagenet Perry 2?
A Dagenet Perry too. Okay, I saw Danny Demore lay out Ryan Perry.
Yes.
Okay, so like legit, they're on the same team. They ran into each other against us, and Rashawn was laid out. Ryan was laid out.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't see that happening with Simon. I think
No.
Simon's got a lot of like dough. He's very soft, so I don't see not a lot of like meat to him. Just more like like when you take like when you pounding like hamburger meat to make
Yeah.
a burger.
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of that. You get the push in. There's a lot. There's no give.
Pillsbury dough. And
There's a lot of give. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, need it. That's what it is. It's not really compact.
he trucked
It's
them.
not really compact.
He trucked them, though.
Who trucked who? I never saw that.
Simon Dagenet trucked Ryan. Simon.
No one is gonna confirm that. That is
I'm not
impossible.
confirming that at all.
Yeah. Simon,
Unless Simon turned into a ball.
the Incredible Hulk. Simon, can you come verify the you trucking Ryan Perry in your 32-32?
Yes.
Thank you.
You did technically yes.
No.
Technically yes, or literally yes.
No, technically yes. Because we
How could
kind
it
of
be
stopped
technical?
right before. Like, it wasn't full force.
It's physical. You ran into him.
Yes.
Okay. Did he fall?
Yes.
Yes.
He
So
fell
physically,
backwards.
you ran him over. Perfect.
Yeah.
Good job. All right, Ryan.
Yeah,
Okay,
obviously
here we
on
go.
purpose. Yeah.
That's two guys that you should not be run over by.
Okay, so looking at
Butter in the microwave.
Looking at Quan right now, could their emotions get the best of them, given how expressive this team is, and they've been very close to taking more OCs than before. Paul Lapierre, Ryan Perry in particular.
They should have been called the ambassadors of OCs
They should. Why?
because of the guys they have in their team. Paul.
But I think Alex
Ryan.
can keep these guys in check, though. I think he's done a great job so far doing that. Alex Hallowak, that is, keeping his guys focused. And they had a horrible start to the season. 0-2, I believe it was.
They played their. Yeah, I mean, it was their first time playing together. They lost.
Okay, all right.
They lost.
And then they beat us.
They beat us. Yeah,
And
that
then
was
they
a,
beat
that
us.
was a good
That was
game.
their game
That was
launching.
a Papineau, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they also lost to Red Raiders week one.
Again,
They,
I said it
they
last
lost
week.
to Red Raiders week 1, yes.
I said it last week. Kwanzaa not the team that you want to play against.
No,
and I
not
think
at
the
all.
way that they play defense it works perfectly against the things that Simon tries to do as an offense.
And
So-
you're crazy if you think Alex has control over this team. Not that the team that has no control. I just think that Alex isn't the guy that has the control. Of the
So
team.
Vince brings up the point, though.
Okay.
Alex is a good friend
Vince's,
of mine. but no.
Simon's offense. He has Masiocha, Corey Kennedy,
Yes.
Frank Raymond, and, of
Yes.
course, Jamal Giddens.
Yes.
Do they have the best quartet of receivers in Division B going into this playoff game?
Oh.
No.
Weesh.
Oh, you think the Incredibles do?
I'm
Yeah,
on
obviously.
Obviously.
Led by Terry Tam and others.
Right there, time.
Yeah. I think they have they have an amazing quartet. I'm not gonna lie.
Great.
Are they the best?
They're okay. They are the best according to them.
Well, they're really good.
They are good,
They're very, very good.
but when there's a factor that we're not talking about here.
The QB throwing the ball.
Yeah, and it's like an elephant in the room.
It
I
is
would
an
say a
elephant in the
Pillsbury
room.
Doughboy in the room. Okay, and that's the factor. Though.
All right,
That
so
is a heavy
has,
factor.
Has Dagenet figured out how to use Jamal Giddens properly because he has 3 TDs in his
It's
last 4
one
games?
thing. It's one thing to have it figured out. It's another thing to be able to make those throws. And checking grenades. I don't know if it's gonna work
Oh.
this week against the Quans. Grenade check.
Suit up, score chicks, be awesome. That's all I'm gonna say about that matchup. Suit up, score chicks, and be awesome.
Lightweight, can they contest the head of Paul Lapierre over the middle because he's definitely won a lot of battles. with those-
He's you don't want to try to run through him. You don't want to try to go around him. You want to go away from him from the get-go. So if you're lined up in if you're lined up in the slot, this is what you want to do. If you're in the slot in front of him, you want to run a drag, an out, a chair, something quick, a slant. You don't
Yeah.
want to go through or around him because he's going to route you for like 4 to 5 yards.
Yeah, that's
which
it.
throws whatever you're doing off.
But when
So-
you talk about him on offense, though,
he boxes you out. He's a body that you want at snap.
Yeah.
Not
Yes,
that you
Eagle.
wouldn't want
We
Terry.
have a live tweet in.
Oh, from who?
From Ryan and Rudy, of course.
of course it is.
Of course.
This question is addressed directly to Vince.
Yes.
Oh,
Vince,
boy.
after watching the last game of the week, do you think your team has what it takes to easily win against Fun Boys?
Yes.
Well, they're not going to show up.
No, he didn't have you, Terry.
But
Okay,
yes,
sorry. Yes, Vince.
easily, very easily actually.
Yes.
All right.
I'll answer for Vince.
If they showed
Thanks,
up all
Simon.
8 guys,
Yes.
if they were all 8
No
guys,
reasoning.
very easily.
The health of Marco
No
Masiotra.
reasoning.
Whatever, man. The guy's one hamstring.
Okay, fair enough.
Did the tweet come in like 10 minutes ago?
He has one hamstring, and I think
No,
his
he's
hamstring
fine,
went to
he's
his
fine.
head.
He's 100%.
That's
All
how
right.
big his head is.
Hamstring to
That's
the
how
head?
big his head is. It's full of hamstrings.
James Nowakowski, Anton Dejean, are they the X factors of this matchup?
James could be because that's definitely his go-to guy. That's his security blanket.
Yeah.
He knows he can go to him on 4th and short on those key downs. He has that chemistry with that receiver, so he can always turn out to be your key factor because he might get those looks, he might get those opportunities to become an X factor, and not the other guys.
Terry?
I agree 100%. Having played with them and been in that offense, he looks to James a lot. He likes to throw James because James is sure-handed, and he runs every route the way Alex wants it to run. I mean, they played together for years, so the chemistry is there. I think the chemistry with them is more there than it is with Ryan or it is with Paul, but the fact is that those guys are so big that you can put it anywhere and they'll catch the ball. But James Nowakowski is the guy to look out for in this game.
All right, picks of the week, guys. Let's go through the 5 games. First game, Rainmakers, Monstars. 3.5 points for the Monstars.
Oh, I'm going first?
Yes.
Rainmakers, 47-41. I'm calling scores.
47-41.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go Rainmakers 28-22.
Monstars, 7-2 victors.
It's a weird score.
7-2? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
So Ryan Kastner is not going to throw a touchdown. So Ryan Kastner,
7
Hall of Famer, is not going to throw a touchdown against a defense that has allowed in over 400 points this year.
Yep. 7-2
Oh
victors.
my God, this guy's on some nuts
Kings.
shit.
No regard.
I want to
Pokemon
murder you
diet.
right now.
I know you want to jump over the table.
You
idiot! What are you
You should make a
doing?
Shanoi's bet.
Shanoi's bad, eh? Yeah, I'm down. Wait, fish sticks?
I'm gonna have to speak to
cheese
Jeremy.
sticks?
Fish.
No, we're going to Duns? Cheese
We're
sticks.
done.
Cheese sticks.
Finals.
It was boring, man. It's so
Kings, no
boring.
regard. 5.5 points for Kings.
Kings.
Kings, 38-20.
I agree,
Calling
Kings.
scores. I wrote them down, by the way. I'm going to show them next week.
Incredibles, Fun Boys, no line. So what do we look at this game here, guys?
Incredibles by a lot.
Incredibles by 30?
No, not 30. No.
Incredible is gonna be 36-0.
If it's 30, it's because they didn't show up, but they are going to show up because they're good.
I hope so.
They are going to show up
Okay.
because
I
Phil
would-
Cutler's
but
not
I
going
don't know if they. I don't know.
to. Phil Cutler's not going to give up a chance to just play.
I also don't think that he wants to come and get embarrassed 6 against 5.
But I think that he believes in his head that he has a chance.
Maybe.
What?
He also,
If you're so confident, you should safety on the first play of the game.
I'll probably just do that anyway, so it doesn't make a difference.
Preds, Glads,
Bad
6.5
snap,
points.
Bad snap.
6.5 points for the Preds in this matchup against the Glads.
Give me the Glads
Oh,
Like
wow.
Preds,
on the
32-21.
upset.
Upset Central?
Upset Central.
I'll take it.
32-30.
What do you want to bet?
Glads.
What do you want to bet?
32-30 on the Glads. What do you
I
want?
got
What do you want to bet?
32-21. I got Preds.
You got 32-30. Wow.
21 for the Preds.
You're crazy.
Well, I'm having throwing 3 touchdowns, not missing 1 extra point, throwing 1 pick, and the Preds starting with the
Okay,
ball, starting the second half of the ball and scoring early.
If Fun Boys show up, do the Preds play after us?
What is the Fun Boys up to? Oh, the Preds. I don't know what time they play at.
Preds, I believe, play
No,
the 9 o'clock game.
Ah, yeah.
I believe they play 9
So it's
o'clock.
right after us. Yeah.
All right, it's okay.
But I'm playing.
I'm
them.
not betting anything. I don't know.
playing
Lightweight
them.
Quan, 4.5 points for Quan.
Give me Quan.
I got Quan 25-20.
I got Quan with
I
5
got
picks on
Quan as
Simone.
well. All right, it's time for the award winners. Let's make sure we have our
I know where they are. I
our
know where
T's
they are.
crossed, our I's dotted. Let's go with the award winners.
I know where they are.
You know what? We will go with Division B first. Division B award winners first. So
Actually, I don't have them. Where?
okay.
Simo?
You
Where
guys
are the awards?
Idiots with the awards.
Where are the awards?
You guys have already failed 1 division.
Where are the awards?
Let's not fail another one.
Mo has them. Okay, Mo has them.
I will go look for them right now. Where are the awards here, Simon?
Unbelievable.
While we wait for that, we have another tweet in from Ryan Aridi.
Gosh.
Just tuned in. Vince, how do you plan on shutting down the tall and aggressive Fun Boys offense when all you have is Papich and 5'6" players?
Okay, here we go.
Who's
So we have-
5'6"?
All right, here we go,
I'm
guys.
5'9".
We all have like 6 picks. Like, what do you want from us?
All right, guys, here we go. We have the award winners.
Thanks, Simon. Thanks for being so efficient.
Simon, thank you very much.
Hey, good job, Simon.
Thanks, Simon.
All
Thanks,
right.
Simon, for ignoring all our votes.
Okay, you want me to say
Thanks.
them?
Yeah, we'll just do them.
Just broke your.
Here we go. You want me to do them?
No,
you know what? Oh, you guys
Nobody wants to hear your
guess. You
voice
guys
anymore.
guess.
Okay,
who
yes.
the-
Okay, so I had, for Division B, I had Daniel Lazara winning at quarterback of the year.
I gave it to Vinny.
I had Daniel Lazara winning and
The
didn't realize how good Vinny
Winner is Vinny Galano.
Oh, he's going to be happy about this one.
Receiver.
The worst is that we lost him this week.
We gave him the award. We
Mo-
basically gave him the award.
since one person has left the league, he's become the most hated guy in this league for sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Receiver of the year
Receiver Div
is.
Receiver of the year in Div B is
What was my vote?
my boy,
What did I put my vote?
Mr. Overrated Liam Mahoney.
Oh yeah, Liam.
Yep. Liam Mahoney won.
Yeah, boy.
Shit.
The
garbage.
defensive player of the year is.
Alex, my boy, Papich. I would have given him two-way. but
Yep.
It's Alex Papich for the Incredibles.
He did win. The two-way player of the year is.
Jamie Mothersuckin Ojea.
That's correct.
All right.
All right.
But can we just talk about how I'm 100% with my award picking week 1? I picked Liam for receiver and Papich for defensive player of the year. Do you guys want to
I
talk
had
about that?
Papich going
Do you guys
two-way
wanna
and
talk
Jamie
about that
winning
at all?
defensive player
Does
of the year.
anybody want to talk about that?
What do we want to
Perhaps.
talk about? That you looked at the stats?
Week 1 we called these
Oh,
out.
week
you
1. Okay, my
clown.
bad. Okay, yeah, well, it's good stuff right there.
Thanks.
All right. Two-way player of the year is in Division A.
Division A, it is
Two-way?
it's not who I voted
Marco
for.
Maschiotra.
It should be Marco.
That's what I voted for.
Pat Jerome.
Fine.
Actually, I voted for Pat Jerome as well.
What do you just put everybody up on the sheet?
Oh, yeah, I put Marco and Pat.
Defensive.
Slash Pat. Actually, that's what you did. Douche.
Defense player of the year.
Perry.
Yeah, Ryan Perry.
Which one?
Rashawn Perry.
Rashawn.
sorry.
Rashawn, that is correct.
You got it?
Yes.
Good for him.
Receiver of the
It's
year.
his first award.
Receiver of the
Yeah.
year,
Rashawn
Theo Jea.
Theo Jeha with
The
a
brothers
missing game.
sweeping the awards.
Hey,
Yes.
hey, from now
All
on,
stats matter.
all stats
And
matter.
that is
All
it.
stats matter.
All stats matter.
Yeah,
That
we
is
don't-
it for the
that's
award
it for the
winners.
award.
Oh, hey,
Doesn't
ciao,
really matter.
quarterback of the year.
We'll get to that. You'll see the quarterback of the year on another show.
The Kevin Wyeth award goes
Goes
to
to
Marco Masocha.
That is correct.
You had to say it. Unbelievable.
Good job, Marco.
Oh, voila,
you
Marco,
broke it.
Marco.
You finally you made it. You made Kevin Wyeth relevant again.
Mortal.
We're happy that you did it with one
Kevin,
hamstring this
pissed.
year.
Right now, Kev just tuned out. Right now,
No.
he's out.
Actually, no, he's waiting for me to say this. So Kevin, I've always thought was a little overrated personally.
Wow.
No, but overall, I'm happy that Marco won because his stats deserve it. The only thing is that now we can't name the trophy after Kevin Wyeth because
Sure
we
we
lost it. Anyway, the Kevin Wyeth award goes
On
to
that note,
Marco Masocha.
good night.
Congrats
Kevin
to all the
Wyeth.
award winners.
Good night, Kevin Wyeth.